So, a client said something to me recently that I think a lot of people secretly wrestle with. He's in a new relationship after a very difficult marriage, and he said, honestly, this relationship feels almost too easy. I keep waiting for something to go wrong. And I understood exactly what he meant. I'm Leslie Dories, your marriage coach. And because when someone has spent years in a relationship filled with tension, miscommunication, emotional landmines, or constant friction, calm can actually feel uncomfortable, sometimes even suspicious, because most people have been taught that marriage is supposed to be hard. You hear it everywhere. Relationships take work. Marriage is sacrifice. Love is hard. And while there's some truth in that, I think people misunderstand what that actually means. Because effort and friction are not the same thing. Every healthy relationship requires effort. You have to communicate. You have to pay attention. You have to repair misunderstandings. You have to care about your partner's experience. That's effort. But a lot of couples are living with something very, very different. They're living with chronic friction, walking on eggshells, avoiding difficult conversations, managing moods, trying not to upset each other, turning every disagreement into a threat to the relationship. That's not normal marriage work. That's emotional disconnection. And the problem is many people have experienced so much friction for so long that they think it's just what relationships are supposed to feel like. So they end up believing one of two things. Either, if marriage is hard, we must really be doing it right. Or, if it's this hard, I must be with the wrong person. But many times, neither of those things is actually true. A lot of couples simply never learned the skills that make relationships feel safer, lighter, and more connected. They never learned how to communicate without defensiveness, how to repair conflict quickly, how to express needs clearly, how to stay emotionally connected during times of stress, how to stop treating disagreements like rejection. The truth is, those are all learnable skills. And when both people develop them, the relationship starts to feel different. Not perfect, not conflict free, but easier. You stop feeling like you have to constantly protect yourself from each other. You stop spending all of your energy trying to avoid disagreements. You trust that hard conversations won't automatically become destructive. That's what emotional maturity creates inside of a relationship. And honestly, I think a lot of men, especially, have never seen that modeled. They've learned that being a good husband means suppressing themselves, keeping the peace at all cost, avoiding conflict, and enduring frustration silently. But that's not connection. That's survival. And a healthy marriage doesn't feel easy because nobody cares. It feels easier because both people know how to stay connected when things get difficult. And that's a completely different thing. So if your relationship feels hard right now, don't automatically assume you chose the wrong person or that this is as good as it's going to get. And if you find yourself in a relationship that feels calmer, safer, and more natural than what you're used to, don't assume it's not real. Sometimes healthy simply feels unfamiliar. So, if you want an easier, more enjoyable marriage, I invite you to get in touch with me and find out how you can learn better relationship skills. If this is of interest, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and share with your friends or people that you think might benefit from this. And if you really want to have a lighter, safer relationship, in more connected relationship in the marriage that you currently have, in the comments below, just write down easier. And until next week, stay loving.